Hey everyone, well at the time of recording this, it is the middle of Gen Con 2024, and we've already got some awesome legendary news. I want to go over everything we learned real quick for you and show you the gallery that I have put together with the help of some awesome folks who are at Gen Con in the Bagel Top Games community, as well as member Drufus McGee, who helped me actually do the logistics of typing stuff in and putting some of these images in. So thank you to everybody involved. Couldn't have done it without you, and here I'm paying it forward to you guys. So the first bit of news is Legendary is getting a second edition of the original core set, which is awesome because that set has some of the most iconic characters on the heroic and villainous side in Marvel. I mean, just look at this box art here. This box is about the same size, roughly, of the big box expansions, so we here, and you can see all these characters on it from the core set. It is a true second edition, so there's a bunch of updates, all new art for everything, which is amazing, and a bunch of balance updates, and some necessary changes that we'll look at. I'm not going to be going over every single thing in detail in this video for two reasons. First, I want to do that when the set releases and do an unboxing, overview, and playthroughs for you guys. And second, these are not final. These are just previews of the cards shown for things like demos and tournaments at Gen Con. So this is all TBD, all to be determined if it will stay this way or not. So yeah, this is the front of the box. You can see some Sentinels with Magneto over here in the Brotherhood, Enchantress and Loki, and a Frost Giant back here. And then let's scroll down to the back of the box. We've got a bit of a zoomed in picture here, but here you can see that there is going to be a playmat. This playmat features Doctor Doom in front of his Latverian castle. A big description blurb over here. I do want to scroll back up here to the game contents in the lower left hand side. We've got 550 playable cards, which is 50 more than the original core set. We've got a rule book, which is expected, but a keyword reference guide, which is unexpected. I did get confirmation that this is going to contain every single keyword in Marvel Legendary up until 2024, at least this set release in 2024. By the way, it should come out sometime before the end of the year is what I've heard, but no set release date there. And then a playmat, which you just saw, and 60 dividers. That reference guide is going to be very handy to those of you who have a lot of sets and don't want to look through all your random rule sheets. I do have a keyword bot at the Discord if you want to use that, but I can't wait to look at this rule sheet, or this keyword reference guide myself. There could be a lot of updates in it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into looking at some of these cards. Let's scroll all the way up here for a second. And right off the bat, all the Masterminds are going to be changed. I have some blurry Magneto art here, but you can see Red Skull here with some awesome new art. He is not the pushover he used to be in the previous core set. He gets +1 for each Hydra villain in the City Ender escape pile. He's got a ramp. He's got a different Master Strike. He has Hydra Overlord in his name now, which means he's affected. His tactics are affected by, will affect shield level and Hydra level for stuff from the shield expansion. You'll see a lot of things reverse engineered here, balanced. Devin and his team of playtesters have, I can only imagine, put a ton of effort into this. A bunch of big fans of the core set. I can't wait to see what the rest of it is. Anyway, doing quick previews today. Here's Red Skull and a few of his tactics. And again, if you want to go see this gallery for yourself, you can do so at newcardgallery.bageltopgames.com. Go ahead and check that out. I'll put the link in the description. That's what I'm looking at right now. Again, newcardgallery.bageltopgames.com. Go check this out for yourself. Follow along if you want. So no other Masterminds yet, but we do see all these Masterminds on the box and or playmat, so we know they're there. Unleash the Power of the Cosmic Cube got some updates. Look at that. First of all, awesome art, unique art for the scheme. I bet we can expect unique art for all the schemes that we're going to see. Each of the twists does something now. It's a bit of a change from the original scheme. We've got the Brotherhood of Mutants, a change from just the name Brotherhood. Magneto's probably going to continue to lead them. We got an updated Mystique. We got no other news on other villain groups. This might be Ultron from Masters of Evil. We just don't know yet. And then we have these Sinister Spider Foes, a change to the original Spider Foes that got the word Sinister in there, so they will work with the Sinister 6 2099 from the 2099 set. We've got the Lizard, who makes, we don't have the picture of this yet, but it's going to be more devastating if you fight him in the sewers than before. We got Green Goblin and Venom. Both of these have updated effects. Go check out your old cards and look at these and see how they've changed. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to compare every single card I see. But look at that cool stylized art on there. Similar art to what we'll see on Spider-Man. Check that out in a bit. Again, all new art for everything. Sinister Syndicate is a brand new villain group here. All we know so far is Beetle and Boomerang, which you don't have a picture of yet, but brand new villain group here. There's another brand new card in here. I'll get into it in a second. For the henchmen, we have Sentinel, which are exactly the same except for this awesome new art. Hand ninjas got a bit of a change. Now they can KO some of your heroes instead of just giving you +1 recruit when you fight them. People are very happy about this because they didn't really care for, a lot of people didn't care for the previous hand ninja effect. This is definitely an improvement. Now onto the heroes. So the heroes got a lot of changes. We got hero class changes, cards jumped around, costs are changed, effects are changed, a lot of changes, more than I expected. For example, Black Widow, I have heard that she is not as overpowered as she was in the original core set. In the original core set, she could easily get a bunch of bystanders and ramp up a ton of attack with that. She's toned down a bit. For example, Dangerous Rescue is no longer common. It's the uncommon name, and it's got a tech trigger for the KO and rescuing bystanders. But let's move on to Spider-Man. Now check this out. First of all, that art is amazing. If you don't know, all the art in the original core set was the same for every single card. Now it's not only different for every single card, but the art's popping out of the borders even more than it used to. That's great. But look at this first card, Witty Banter. Brand new name for a brand new card. He's still got the 2-cost mechanic, but check this out. We got Instinct, gain a sidekick. Yes, you heard that, folks. Sidekicks are part of the core set 2nd edition. Finally, a core set with sidekicks. That has not happened before, and now it's going to happen. We don't know many details about those sidekicks, but we know that Spidey is going to use them here. Web Shooter's moved around, a bunch of different changes here. Astonishing Strength is finally a strength card, which makes me very happy. And Spidey brought along a friend here. Check it out. We've got Miles Morales as a new hero. Now, we have a theory that Deadpool may not be in this core set 2nd edition. We heard a bit ago from the Upper Deck community coordinator that they won't be using Deadpool in their games anymore, so Miles could be a replacement for him just by hero slot, but he has a 2-cost mechanic here that's going to work well with Spidey. Spidey was all by himself in the original core set. By the way, Spidey's a bit buffed up too, making him stronger. He's one of the least impressive hero sets according to tier lists we've done in the original core set, so he needed that buff, and now he's got a friend to work with. This is a promo LPC 73, one of Miles's newer suits. I expect his cards to look a bit different when we see the actual hero set. Updates to Wolverine. The cost is 1 more, but love the art on him. Again, I won't spend too much time going over this right now, but Cap, the little changes, like he mentions hero classes instead of colors, like he did previously. Cyclops still has discard mechanics. He has a discard mechanic in his rare now. It's a bit different. Love the art on that. There's a blurry Emma Frost from the back of the box, but she is there. We got a bit of the display art from the Upper Deck's display at Gen Con with Rogue and Gambit in the art. I'm guessing that this is a Gambit card because of the cards everywhere. We've got a Hawkeye. This is one of those blurry from the back of the box images, but what's significant about this is there is a range card here, and for the Avenger that can shoot things really far, he deserves to have a range card in his set, and he finally does. Can't wait to find more about that. We'll learn about Hulk later, but Iron Man, we got 3 cards here. Look at how Repulsor Rays no longer requires a range trigger. It just cares if you played at least 8 other cards this turn. Overloaded Unibeam is a new name, same effect. And I can't wait to try this new Iron Man. No Fury pictures, no Rogue pictures except for the one in Gambit's art. We got all 4 Storm cards. She still does her targeting city spaces and moving enemies, but it's a bit different. Check this out. No Thor yet either. And there's probably going to be special bystanders in this, but we haven't seen any yet. Onto the standard cards real quick. We have the Agent, Trooper, and Officer, which no longer have a subtitle, which is cool because their card name and hero name are Shield Agent, Shield Trooper, and Shield Officer. I have no draw 2 for sidekicks here because I learned from Kyla, thank you Kyla for this information, that the sidekicks will be one kind of sidekick, but they will not draw 2 like the Secret Wars ones. I also learned from Kyla that some of the Shield Officers will have different colors or hero classes, but without extra effects. We'll have to see what that means. But we've also got the art for the Wound, the Standard Bystander, and the Scheme Twist so far, with Zemo and his Masters of Evil on there. No strike yet. I look forward to seeing what that is. But we do have the playmat down here with Doctor Doom from that back of the box. I really want to see this playmat in person. It looks amazing. And yes, this does have the printed city spaces underneath, but it's way zoomed out, so you can't really read them here. But that's it for the core set 2nd edition. Anything else I need to say about that? Not at this time. Look at all the cards we don't know about. There's going to be a lot of updates to this. So again, you can check out newcardgallery.bageltopgames.com. Make sure to stay tuned to this channel and join the Discord because we have a tag that you can be pinged. You can be pinged when there's news, so go check it out. All right, let's check out Weapon X, the next expansion for Legendary. This was also featured, shown off at Gen Con, so a lot of cool stuff here. So actually, let's look at the rule sheet here. I have the entire rule sheet here. I'll go over it quickly, read this on your own if you want, but here's the key points. Berserk is returning. Enemies can have Berserk that makes them harder to fight, and you might fail because they get bonus attack when you try to fight them. There's a new keyword called Weapon X Sequence that cares about you having sequences of numbers of costs of heroes, so like a straight and poker, 2, 3, 4, etc. You have a clarification about printed attack and a printed cost. Enemies can have that Weapon X sequence as well. A new kind of wound called Enraging Wounds that you can play to give you attack your recruit and have unique healing abilities that don't prevent you from recruiting or fighting that turn. But yeah, read through this whole thing, it's very cool. And again, I'll go over this officially when the set releases. All this is subject to change, but here is the Weapon X card list. And again, thank you to Drufus McGee for helping me put this together. I'm really happy to be able to show off a lot of these cards for you guys. We got Mastermind Omega Red here, a second Mastermind Romulus who is mentioned on the rule sheet, and then a third one we do not know about. The schemes, we have Condition Logan into Weapon X. Another scheme that has unique art. Is this a trend going forward? This one requires a Logan or Wolverine hero in its name. First villain group is Berserkers that use Berserk, a lot of characters you might know. Second group is Weapon Plus, a lot of Weapon Plus experiments, victims, subjects, whatever you want to call them. They have Weapon X sequence on them. There's a Dakin right there on the end there. We have Weapon X Wolverine as our first hero. Yeah, only 2 villain groups here, but Weapon X Wolverine is a Marvel Knights hero, and look at him in that full Weapon X garb in the in the snow. He's got Weapon X sequence. We don't know the uncommon yet. The second hero is going to be Weapon H, which is Hulk, who's gone through this adamantium treatment, and that's terrifying. He's got all these berserks here. We also have Marrow as a new hero to Legendary, who is X-Force affiliated, and also X-Force affiliated is Phantom X, a character that a lot of people have wanted for a long time, and he's got a lot of Weapon X sequence. I'm just taking glances at these, but I can't wait to see how those work. We got a blurry Phantom X rare, so there's still a lot to learn about what these heroes are going to do. And then we've got the new Enraging Wounds. These are the ones that you can actually play to do things. So look in the lower left corner of these. They have attack. There's 5 more Enraging Wounds that we don't know about. Some of them I assume will give recruit because that's what the rule sheet says. And this tells you how you heal them and what you can do to do that. So very exciting new kinds of wounds there. And that's it for Weapon X so far. And that's it for all the updates so far. I'm very excited to see what else we get to see from Gen Con, if anything, but if not, these sets will be coming to you. No release dates for either one. I did hear that the second edition of the core set they're shooting for sometime this year, and when that does release, I'll make sure to bring you all the stuff, the unboxing, the overview, the playthroughs, the comparisons to the previous core set. I'm going to do it all, so look forward to that. And again, newcardgallery.bageltalkgames.com if you want to take a look at all the cards and box art we've seen so far. I look forward to seeing this set, and I know you do too, so until then, take care everybody.